Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Formation Commission of Wednesday, February 21 at 9 o'clock. At this point in time, we have Pledge of Allegiance. Jenny?
Found your heart and repeat after me.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, Rochelle, we have a roll call.
Commissioner Avila,
Here over Zoom.
Commissioner Crosswhite,
Present.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Here.
Commissioner Hassan,
Aye.
Commissioner Lavere,
Here.
Chair Richards,
Here.
alternate Commissioner Santangelo.
Here.
Okay, next item on our agenda is item.
Excuse me, Chair Richard. Jeff Barnes, LAFCO Council. I believe Commissioner Avila is appearing remotely under an exception to the Brown Act. Is that right, Commissioner Avila?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather. Didn't want to come spread anything contagious.
Okay, great, and that's fine. If you could affirm, or I guess let everyone know, is there any other person in the room with you over 18 years old?
Nobody in the room with me.
Okay. One more, and I'm sorry you're not feeling well. One more affirmation just for the record. You will be, and you are appearing by Zoom, so you will continue to be appearing by Zoom with a video and audio feed, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, proceeding to item 4 on our agenda, which is the election of chair and vice chair for Ventura County Local Agency Formation Commission for 2024. Entertain motions at this point in time.
Is it to be taken individually or chair and vice chair together? Because I want to propose Jenny for the chair.
I think we can take them both at the same time.
Sure.
Okay, do you want to make
Okay, and Raul the
two-person
second.
recommendation?
Yes,
And who's the second person?
Raul.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we will relocate. Congratulations, Jenny.
Congratulations.
I would like a question for clarification from council. Given that we have a member on Zoom, do we need to do roll call votes going forward?
Oh, yeah, thank you for the reminder. We do, yeah, we need to do roll call votes. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Agenda review,
We will need a vice chair. Did we do the vice chair?
there was Commissioner Avila. Yeah, they did them as one motion.
Thank you.
Agenda review, anything from staff? That brings us to the public comment portion of the meeting. At this time, members of the public may comment on any item within LAFCO jurisdiction that is not on the agenda for today. Do we have any general public comment?
No comments.
All right, that brings us to consent items 8 through 11. Are there any items that anyone would like to pull for further consideration? If not, I would entertain a motion.
Move approval.
So approval Zaragoza, second Commissioner Richards,
Former chair.
former Chair Richards. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those, oh no, we have to do a roll call. So
Commissioner Avila,
Aye.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Yes.
Commissioner Richards,
Yes.
Commissioner Hassan, Commissioner Levere,
I'll abstain on 8 and yes on 9, 10, 11.
and, excuse me, Chair Crosswhite.
yes.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us to our public hearing on LAFCO 2323A Ventura River Water District Annexation, TECO Mutual and Burnham parcels A through C, and LAFCO 2323B Ventura River Water District Annexation, TECO Mutual and Burnham parcel D. So I will open the public hearing and let's hear the staff presentation.
Okay, is that better? This item is an annexation request to the Ventura River Water District involving several areas and includes LAFCO 2323A, consisting of parcels A through C, and LAFCO 2323B, consisting of parcel D. The proposal area includes parcels A through D, as shown on this map, southeast of the city of Ojai. Annexation of parcels A, B, and C would allow the district to assume water service to existing developed areas that are currently served by the TECO Mutual Water Company. Annexation of parcel D would allow for water service by the district to a parcel currently not receiving water service in order to accommodate new development on that parcel. Parcels A, B, and C have historically been served water by the TECO Mutual Water Company. However, TECO's groundwater does not meet Ventura County requirements for issuance of water will serve letters, and improvements to the TECO system to meet those requirements would be very costly. The California State Water Resources Control Board provides financial incentives for what they call consolidations that would address the provision of safe drinking water and will provide up to $10 million to the district in state revolving fund loan program money consisting of zero-interest loans and grants. Upon annexation to the district, TECO's domestic water facilities would connect to the district system for domestic water service, and TECO would continue to provide non-potable water service for irrigation purposes only. Parcel A includes about 30 residential parcels, most of which are developed with single-family homes. And Parcel A is between Baldwin Road and Woodland Avenue along Rice Road. Parcel B consists of a parcel containing a single-family home west of North Ventura Avenue and south of the Ojai Oaks Village Mobile Home Park. Parcel C includes about 11 developed residential and commercial properties located east of North Ventura Avenue and northwest of Encino Drive. Parcel D consists of one open space property along Burnham Road. The property contains unpermitted development, including non-permitted development and uses such as storage and use of an RV as habitable space, use of an open space zoned property as a commercial contractor service and storage yard for a landscaping business, accessory structures, and alteration of protected oak trees, all of which was documented by the Ventura County Code Compliance Division in February of last year. The Ventura County Planning Division submitted a letter to LAFCO staff requesting that land uses should be verified to be in conformance with regulations, including the non-coastal zoning ordinance. Given the circumstances of this site, that violations exist and that it may take some time to resolve those violations, staff recommends that the commission separate its action regarding parcel D from the remainder of the proposal so as not to cause any delays in annexation of the other 3 areas that are currently served by TICO Mutual. The recommended conditions to be imposed through a resolution adopted by the commission include that a certificate of completion for this annexation shall not be recorded until such time as confirmed zoning violations have been abated to the satisfaction of the Ventura County Code Compliance Division, and also that a certificate of completion for this annexation shall not be recorded until such time as the Planning Division has confirmed that a parcel map has been recorded that would allow issuance of permits to develop the property. Notice of public hearing was provided as required in LAFCO law, including publishing in the Ventura County Star, posting to the Ventura LAFCO website and outside the Government Center, mailing to all property owners and registered voters within the proposal area and within 300 feet of the proposal area, and email to the affected local agencies. Conducting authority proceedings, also known as protest proceedings, may be waived by the commission unless written opposition is received prior to the conclusion of commission proceedings. And no comments other than the ones that were identified in the staff report have been received by the staff. Staff recommends that the commission certify that it has reviewed and considered the information contained in the mitigated negative declaration prepared for the district as the lead agency pursuant to CEQA, and adopt the lead agency's findings and mitigation measures for LAFCO 2323A, which is parcels A through C, determine that the action to approve the request for LAFCO 2323B is exempt under CEQA guidelines section 15319 for parcel D, adopt the resolution making determinations and approving the Ventura River Water District annexation for parcels A through C, and adopt a resolution making determinations and approving the annexation to the district for parcel D. That concludes my presentation. I'm available for questions, and we also have staff from the district available, the general manager, as well as representatives from TICO Mutual Water Company.
Right, are there any questions from the commission?
I do. Andrea, these pockets that are in unincorporated area, all of them have been taken care of? The general manager can tell us a little bit more. I don't know.
What was the question?
All of the pockets that are not included in the VRWD area is now part of the process?
All of those pockets, those are islands within the district.
Right.
Areas that are not within.
All the islands have been taken care of?
I believe so. I think that might be all of them.
There are several areas in the general vicinity that are not part of the district service area, that are not part of this annexation, and they will remain outside of the district's jurisdictional boundaries until they pursue annexation into the district. So this will not resolve potential islands within the district boundaries.
There will be still some outstanding.
That's correct.
These are all the areas that are served by TICO Mutual where they
I realize
provide
that.
potable water.
I'm a little bit familiar with that area, but didn't know why not comprehensive. Anyway, that's fine.
Any other commissioner questions? All right. Would the applicant like to make any comments? Okay. Then I do have one member of the public that submitted a public comment card, Alan Connell.
Thank you. Alan Connell, 1912 Rice Road. I'm a member or a board member of TICO. TICO's been around for 70 years. I've been a board member for 26 years. We've been working on this project for 7 years, since the county supervisors changed some rules, and we spent $9,000 on an engineer to tell us that your water company is not going to become compliant. So all of us property owners can't get permits to do anything because, well, it all started when one of our shareholders wanted to build an ADU and went to the county, and they said, well, you're not connected to a potable water system. And we didn't know it because they had sent the letter to a post office box that we hadn't had in 15 years. Anyways, we've been working on this for a long time. We're volunteer board members, and we need this done because we want to get it done, and we need to get through this process. Ventura River has been excellent and walking us through this process. We had no idea what was getting into, but we've been at it a long time, and we are exhausted, and we'd like to move it forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Commissioner Richards.
Question?
TECO provides non-portable water. What happens to that non-portable water at the present time? Is he just abandoned that, or is
No,
that?
actually, this is part of the deal that Bert Rapp came up with, and he encouraged us to keep our well and system operational for irrigation only within our district. Because our well is up here, his wells are down in the river. Our well is high nitrates, which we have to blend with Casitas to get under the MCL, or the maximum contaminant level. And the more we pump our well, the lower his nitrates get. And so he says this is a win-win. You guys keep your system, keep it irrigation. We're gonna put another meter in front of your house for domestic only. And then we gotta run pipes to our houses, and we will keep TECO irrigation as non-potable. And that will help Ventura River's potable wells be lower in nitrate. So because he wanted to do that, he reduced our connection fee. We're gonna use less of their water, and it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Great, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Okay?
Quick. So I understand. Your wells, then, if it is approved, then you'll get a will serve letter so you can build your ADUs, is that correct?
Our well is what?
You're saying that your wells can then, once they're activated, then you can get will serve letters? No?
No, because the ADUs have to be connected to potable.
Okay.
And Ventura River is gonna serve all of us potable. And our existing well, which is high nitrates, will just become irrigation water on
Gotcha.
our properties only.
Non-potable, okay.
Not potable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But, that's a good question, because if once you are connected to Ventura River, you'll be able to get those will serve letters to build ADUs.
That's right, that's the question.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay,
In
great.
fact, they've already said we've been enough along the process that we believe you guys are serious, and if we have someone, they'll work on us on a case-by-case basis, but that will happen, yes. So
great.
that's the
Yeah,
goal.
that's good clarification, that's basically what thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any other comments from the applicant or staff? All right, with that, I will close the public hearing, and we can have any other further discussion on the item, if there's any further discussion. Yes.
Question for staff. On the resolution that you have a number of organizations that receive copies of the disposition and the decision of LAFCO, are the individual property owners notified, or is that done through the applicant?
That's initially done through the public hearing process. We do send public hearing notices to the residents within the proposal area, adjacent to the proposal area, and register voters within the proposal area. So they were notified of the public hearing. The conclusion of the process, that will be up to the district to notify property owners.
Okay, thank you.
And actually, one question. So in terms of the parcel D, what will that process look for trying to resolve the issues with that parcel?
That's entirely between the property owner and the county code enforcement. Yeah, we will be out of that process, and we will just be notified by the county once it gets resolved. And if it gets resolved in time, then we can go ahead and record that annexation.
Okay, and if it weren't to be resolved in the next year, I believe was the timeline that the resolution said.
Right, under LAFCO law, the commission's approval is good for 1 year unless the district comes to LAFCO and requests a time extension. And then the amount of time that the commission wants to extend it is going to be based, it's at the discretion of the commission.
Okay, so that would be the only time that we would potentially see this again, is if that wasn't resolved in the next year and they needed to ask for an extension on that one parcel.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. If there's no more discussion, if someone would like, I would entertain a motion.
I'd move approval, staff recommendation.
So approval.
I'll second that.
We got approval from Commissioner Levere and a second from Commissioner Richards. And then if there's no further discussion, I will ask for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Avila,
Aye.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Yes.
Commissioner Richards. Yes. Commissioner Hassan,
Aye.
Commissioner Levere,
Yes.
and Chair Crosswhite.
Yes. All right, that was passed unanimously. That brings us to, oh, yes. All right. Brings us to item 13, LAFCO 2326, City of San Buenaventura Reorganization, Southeast Harbor.
This proposal is LAFCO 2326, City of San Buenaventura Reorganization, Southeast Harbor. The proposed reorganization involves several jurisdictional boundary changes to accommodate the city's development of an advanced water purification facility consisting of annexation to the City of San Buenaventura and Ventura Port District and detachments from the Ventura County Fire Protection District, Ventura County Resource Conservation District, and Ventura County Service Area Number 32. The 10-acre proposal area, which is outlined in red on these maps, is located across Harbor Boulevard from the Ventura Harbor and the city's wastewater treatment plant. It is immediately southeast of the intersection of Harbor Boulevard and Olivas Park Drive and encompasses a vacant parcel that is completely surrounded by the city. On these maps, the city's jurisdictional area is shown in yellow. The anticipated advanced water purification facility is part of a larger project known as Ventura Water Pure, the program that is expected to give the city the ability to purify treated wastewater for distribution to city customers through direct potable reuse or indirect use by being injected into groundwater basins for future extraction. The proposal area is owned by the city and is adjacent to the city's existing wastewater treatment facility. The proposal area is undeveloped and uninhabited, and therefore the proposal qualifies for consideration by the Commission without notice and public hearing. However, given that this case is somewhat unusual and that approval by the California Coastal Commission must occur after LAFCO's approval of annexation to the city, which prompted the need for a special LAFCO condition of approval, the executive officer determined that a public hearing should be held for this item. By way of background, Ventura LAFCO Commissioner's Handbook, Section 316, states that unless exceptional circumstances exist, no application for a change of organization or reorganization will be accepted until all discretionary approvals for any pending application for land use entitlements, including land divisions pertaining to the subject territory, are granted. Because Coastal Commission approval must occur after LAFCO's approval of annexation to the city, staff considers this to be an exceptional circumstance that falls within the limitations of this policy, allowing the remaining discretionary actions to occur after the Commission's action today. This is based on the sequencing scenario that was envisioned in the enactment of Government Code Section 56887, which states that any change of organization or reorganization may be conditionally approved by a LAFCO, subject to the certification by the California Coastal Commission of an amendment to the local coastal program of a city or county. And as a result, LAFCO developed the draft condition to address the need for future discretionary action to meet the requirements of the California Coastal Commission and also to ensure LAFCO's control over its process to the maximum extent possible. The draft condition reads, "This reorganization shall not be recorded until such time as the LAFCO executive officer has received written documentation of the California Coastal Commission's approval of an amendment of the city's local coastal program that would accommodate the anticipated development within the proposal area." The process and sequence through the various agencies involved in authorizing the development of the city's advanced water purification facility is summarized on this slide. The bulk of the approvals have been previously granted by the City Council, and they include a general plan amendment, pre-zoning designation, an ordinance text amendment, and a local coastal program or LCP amendment. The City Council's actions on these items also included adoption of a resolution of application to LAFCO requesting this reorganization. Coastal Commission action is expected to follow LAFCO's, which could include action regarding the amendment to the city's local coastal program. The Coastal Commission's approval would allow LAFCO to record the certificate of completion to finalize the LAFCO action if it is approved by the Commission, followed by the city's final approval of the development project. Among the topics to be evaluated by LAFCO is agricultural and open space preservation, and this includes consideration of several subject areas, all of which are discussed in the staff report and support development of the facility at the proposed site. The city prepared an environmental impact report for its water supply projects, also known as Ventura Water Pure. The proposed facility is one component of the larger project that was evaluated in the EIR and the two addenda to the EIR. There were several identified project impacts that could be mitigated to less than significant levels, as provided in the mitigation, monitoring, and reporting program that was included as an exhibit to the staff report, and one impact consisting of noise related to drilling at the Ocean Discharge Facility, which is a separate facility or separate location from the proposal area, and that could not be reduced to less than significant levels due to the constraints related to needing to complete drilling activities once they have begun. The notice of public hearing was provided as required in LAFCO law. Protest proceedings may be waived by the commission unless written opposition is received prior to the conclusion of commission proceedings, and no comments other than those referenced in the staff report have been received to date, and that includes the discussion with the Coastal Commission and all the interactions that we've had with them. Staff recommends that the commission certify that it has reviewed and considered the information contained in the EIR and adopt the findings and mitigation measures in the EIR as addended, and adopt the resolution making determinations and approving the reorganization for the city of San Buenaventura. That concludes the presentation. And we also have staff and representatives of the city available.
All right, before questions, do we need to officially open the public hearing then? Which should have been before the staff report, but it was in a different place on the agenda, so it's officially open anyway. Questions from commissioners?
So are we approving the final EIR?
That is part of your action.
You know, I wasn't involved on this thing, so I have no clue. But none of you were involved at that time. In the late 70s, I was with the Regional Sanitation District, and I recall City of Ventura at that time had, of course, every treatment plant has sludge problem. And they decided at that time, of course, they got Water Quality Control Board to get the okay to spread sludge. At that time, nobody would spread sludge on a piece of land that is right across from their treatment plant. They did, rendering this place totally unusable, quote unquote. I don't know if it was in the newspaper or not, but anyway, and I said to myself, I recall that. I don't know what happened after that. That should have shown in the phase one or something even before environmental review. I'm sure that has been taken care of. Staff can tell me if that has been incorporated. Was there a consideration?
Does anyone know anything about this issue and whether it relates to this project?
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. I'm Holly Winiger. I am representing the city of San Buenaventura in this project. We also have Linda Szymanski, who will answer your water issues. She also has a PowerPoint, if you'd like to see that, regarding the Ventura Water Pure Program and the AWPF. I just want to state for the record that we, Ventura Water and the city of Ventura, we concur with the staff report and the proposed conditions of the LAFCO. Thank you. And I'll call up Linda now.
So Commissioners, thank you. Linda Szymanski from the City of Ventura and the Ventura Water Pure Program Director. So this parcel that we are looking to annex has been owned by somebody else. It was not owned by the city. So it had been under the control of the previous owner, and we do not believe that there was anything spread on this site.
So the Coastal Commission will not approve it, will approve it subject to LAFCO certification, is that correct? And the reason for that, again, I know you mentioned it.
Right. The Coastal Commission, I don't know if it's a policy or just staff's practice, but they were uncomfortable or hesitant to approve the amendment to the LCP until there was more of a guarantee that this was actually going to become part of the city. And so they preferred having LAFCO approval of the proposal before they went ahead and amended the LCP. Following the amendment of the LCP, then staff will record the annexation, actually finalizing it and making it part of the city. Then the city would then take the final actions to approve the plant at that spot.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions from the commissioners? Commissioner Richards.
Just have a quick question on the mitigation monitoring program.
Is your mic on? Now it is.
With regards to the mitigation monitoring program, it seems to be all-inclusive for a variety of, it's a larger projects associated with this. Is there anything specific that you can point out as a mitigation for this particular site only?
So you are correct, the EIR was done for the Ventura Water Pure Program. There are a number of different components for it. I don't know the answer to your question off the top of my head. I'd have to review. But each of the mitigation measures does have the facility attached to it that it belongs to. But I don't know if there is anything that is only for this particular site.
So the noise aspect is not really related to this particular site, but another site?
I would have to look and see, but I believe that the noise does actually apply to all of our sites.
All of them. All right, thank you very much.
Wait, before you go away. I did have a question, because there were multiple sites that were considered, and so there were lots of different pieces. So with this particular site and this particular version of the project in the EIR, since we're supposed to be certifying that we have read the EIR, there was talk about the mitigation for the wetlands, and also there was talk about River Haven. So is this particular project, are those two mitigations part of this project, and can you speak to those?
Sure. So the addendum to the EIR actually have changed the use of wetlands. The project is now inclusive of some upgrades at our water reclamation plant that will allow us to move forward without needing the wetlands for treatment. So that portion of the project is no longer part of what we're doing. For the River Haven piece, I don't know the answer to your question.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause there was one version that was talking about them potentially needing to be moved, but then there were others that weren't, and so I was just trying to sort out.
I believe that the River Haven area was to be part of the wetlands, and so we would have needed that for wetlands treatment. But now that, we are not going to be doing the wetlands portion of the project, we will not be doing anything with River Haven.
And I see that there's someone online with us.
Miles Hogan.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know if he has information.
Yes, can you hear me, commissioners?
Yes.
Hear you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. And like Commissioner Avila, I apologize I'm not there in person. I'm also not feeling well this morning, but I just want to address two of the questions that were raised. First, for the significant and unavoidable impacts regarding noise, that does not relate to this parcel. That only relates to the construction that was done for the outfall project. And that construction, the noise impacts have actually already been completed related to construction of the outfall. So that unavoidable impact does not relate to this parcel, and actually that is now complete related to these projects. And then the second question, the River Haven parcel will no longer be impacted in any way, as Ms. Sumansky discussed. This will only involve the parcel at hand for the advanced water purification facility. And I'm available if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And if I may, Commissioners, this site was a topic of discussion about the overall sites several years ago. And LAFCO staff actually encouraged the city to look at this site because the other sites were in fact going to have more of a significant impact to prime agricultural land. So this is not prime agricultural land. It is closer to the treatment plant, and it just made a lot more sense. So we were pleased to see that this was the preferred alternative site at the staff level.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from commissioners? Would the City of Ventura staff like to add anything else? All right. Then I believe if there's no other members of the public that are wishing to speak on this item, then I will close the public hearing and entertain any other discussion on this item or a motion.
I'd move approval.
All right, a motion for approval by Commissioner LaVere
Second.
and a second from Commissioner Hassan.
Hassan.
Yeah, that's it. All right, roll call.
Commissioner Avila?
Aye.
Commissioner Hassan?
Aye.
Commissioner LaVere?
Yes.
Commissioner Richards?
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza?
Yes.
And Chair Crosswhite?
Yes, and that passes unanimously. That brings us to item 14, LAFCO 2325 Lake Sherwood Community Services District Dissolution.
It's also a public hearing, too.
So with that, I will open the public hearing. And let's receive the staff presentation.
This item is for the dissolution of the Lake Sherwood Community Services District. The Lake Sherwood Community Services District, or CSD, is outlined in or shaded in pink on this map, was formed in 1989 and served potable water from 1989 through 2015. In 2015, Ventura County Waterworks District Number 38 assumed potable water service to the Lake Sherwood area south of the city of Thousand Oaks. Currently, the Lake Sherwood CSD provides no services, has no assets or liabilities, receives no revenues, and incurs no expenses. In 2017, LAFCO law was amended to require the dissolution of inactive districts. An inactive district is defined as one that has had no financial transactions in the previous fiscal year, has no assets or liabilities, and has no outstanding debts, judgments, litigation, contracts, liens, or claims. The state controller included the Lake Sherwood CSD on its annual list of inactive districts based on the determination that the district meets the criteria of an inactive district. County staff has also confirmed to LAFCO staff that the district is inactive. The dissolution process for inactive districts is spelled out in Government Code Section 56879, and it involves 3 key steps. The first step has been completed, which is the state controller's preparation of a list of inactive districts. The list was released on October 23rd, and it includes the Lake Sherwood CSD. The second step is the Commission's initiation of dissolution proceedings for an inactive district. In November of last year, the Commission adopted a resolution to initiate the dissolution because the district meets the criteria of an inactive district. The third step is the last step, and it is a public hearing held by the Commission regarding dissolution of the district, and this is the step where we are today. Because it has been demonstrated that the Lake Sherwood CSD meets the definition of an inactive district, the Commission shall dissolve the district. Staff recommends that the Commission adopt resolution making determinations and approving the dissolution of the Lake Sherwood Community Services District as required pursuant to Government Code Section 56879. And that concludes the presentation.
Right, any questions from commissioners?
I have no questions, but I have a comment. When a district dies, nobody mourns, you know? That's what it is. If nobody has any questions, I'd like to move for approval.
Hold on, I need to, wait.
Commissioner.
I need to
Hassan,
ask if there's any
you,
other
turn on your mic?
questions or public comment first. So just 1 second. Yeah, Commissioner Avila, did you have a question?
No, I was just gonna ask that you please use your mics, turn them on. I can't hear you when you don't activate them. Thank you.
All right, were there any members of the public that wanted to speak on this item?
Nobody's here.
Okay, just wanted to check since it is a public hearing. If there's no further comments from staff, Commissioner Richards.
I have a question. Who files the notice of completion, not notice, the certificate of completion? Is that going to be by LAFCO staff filing that? Because it seems like the district doesn't have any staff or any funds.
Yeah, LAFCO actions are always finalized by LAFCO staff, so we'll prepare the certificate of completion. I will sign it, and then we will record it, and upon recordation, the district will be dissolved.
Great, thank you.
All right, if there's no further questions, I will close the public hearing and entertain any other discussion or a motion.
I'd like to move.
I'll make the motion to approve staff recommendations.
All right, a motion by Commissioner Avila, second by
I can second.
Commissioner Richards. If there's no further discussion, I would ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Avila,
Aye.
Commissioner Hassan,
Yes.
Commissioner LaVere,
Yes.
Commissioner Richards,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Yes.
Chair Crosswhite.
Yes. That passes unanimously. And with that, we will move on to correspondence received.
These are both just receive and file items.
Do we have a motion to receive and file?
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Zaragoza,
Second.
second by Commissioner Hassan. Get a roll call.
Commissioner Avila,
Aye.
Commissioner Hassan,
Aye.
Commissioner LaVere,
Yes.
Commissioner Richards,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Yes.
and Chair Crosswhite.
Yes. All right, that passes unanimously as well. Executive Director's report.
I have nothing to add beyond what was provided in the update memo and in the staff report, but if you have any questions about any of those items, I'd be happy to answer. If not, our next commission meeting will be March 20th.
Did you want to address M16?
What's the
I
date for
think, I
the,
believe we,
Those should be together?
yeah, 15 and 16 were, the correspondence was received and filed together.
what's the next date again for the meeting?
March 20th.
All right, any questions for Mr. Luoma? All right, seeing no other questions, I would take a motion to receive and file his report.
I'd make a motion to receive and file.
Motion, Commissioner Richards.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Zaragoza. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Avila,
Aye.
Commissioner Hassan,
Aye.
Commissioner LeBeer,
Yes.
Commissioner Richards,
Yes.
Commissioner Zaragoza,
Yes.
and Chair Crosswhite.
Yes. And do we have any commissioner comments? Seeing none, we will,
LAFCO's easy. Is it always this short?
Usually, yeah.
seeing none, we will adjourn to our March meeting.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, everyone.